Well, hey everybody, it's me, Jermaine, and I am back for another Simple Truth News Update. And here we are, January the 22nd, 2017. And the 45th President of the United States of America has been sworn in. He's taken the oath of office. And he is getting ready to embark upon his presidential legacy. And whom am I speaking of? I'm speaking of none other than Donald J. Trump. Sounds kind of crazy. Who would have ever thought maybe 5 years ago that such a thing could ever be uttered with any seriousness? But we are here. And whether people like him, whether people dislike him, whatever their views about him, he is the president of the United States of America now. And the reason I'm doing this Simple Truth Update is because I hear a lot of people that look like me that are, man, it just seems as if they are spoiled children and they are throwing temper tantrums. They are literally acting like children. They are, there have been rioting. And I'm not saying that all of the people that look like me are the only people that are rioting, but there's all kind of things that are happening. There was, over the weekend, there was this huge women's march, this rally. And that's happening all across the country. And this is because of some of the things that President Donald Trump has been accused of. And, we don't know if they're true or not. But the whole point of the matter comes down to is that, first and foremost, for all of those that are harboring sour grapes at the fact that President Trump won the election, it is what it is. There's not a darn thing you're going to do about it. I don't care how much protesting you do. I don't care how many tantrums you throw. He's not going to say, oh, well, okay, since you are so upset, I'll abdicate or I'll give up being president of the United States. Come on, get out of here. It ain't going to happen. Secondly, when I saw some of these protests march and I saw a particular sign, and I'm going to do everything in my power to try to find that sign if I can. But one of the main things that I truly believe that this is all about, especially with the women's march, is that this is an attack on a patriarchal form of rulership. And for those of you that are not familiar with what a patriarchy is, or what what patriarchal is, it is where the man is the head. Period. That's biblical. No matter how much these movements out here may want you to not believe it, but that's directly from the Creator. And see, for the first time in a long time, there's been someone who has taken office who is going to take a no-nonsense approach. He's not going to let the media bully him. He's not going to be told what to do by those that are even in his own party. He has a certain plan of the way he wants to do things, and it's going to happen. So my point is, why don't you just step back and observe? If the Trump presidency or the Trump administration falls on his face, then you have every right and everything to gloat about. But what if this very person that you are browbeating, you are denigrating, you're talking about, yes, I know he did the same very thing to former President Barack Hussein Obama. This is politics, folks. This is what happens in politics. There are no friendships when you are trying to achieve or gain that office. I'd ask many of you to go back, you Hillary supporters, go back and look at all of the things that Hillary Rodham Clinton said. Let me give her her respect. Madam Secretary, former Madam Secretary, Hillary Rodham Clinton, former First Lady. Go back and look at some of the things that she had to say about former President Barack Hussein Obama when they were on the campaign trail. And she was doing everything in her power to gain, at first, the first time, the nomination to become president. And then the second time, when she became the nominee, then all of a sudden, every bad thing that was ever said, because they were cronies, they were of the same party, then all of those things were forgotten, and they all went out on the campaign trail together and were working hard to get her elected. See, the simple truth of the whole matter is that politics is a dirty, dirty game. And that's just what it is. It's a dirty, dirty game. And the ones that are the dirtiest are generally the ones that win. I don't care how great they sound when they speak to you. I don't care how genuine they may make you believe they are. But dirt wins. And playing the game dirty is how you win. And so those that oppose the Trump administration, if he falls on his face, you'll have your day. But those that support him, or even have just a glimmer of a possibility that something may change in the proper and right direction, just give it a chance. You never know. But I know what'll happen is, no matter what success the Trump administration has, you're still going to spit that venom and that visceral and vitriol at him because you just don't like him. Maybe you need to check yourself about why you feel so strongly about a race that is already over, and why are you holding on to bitterness and hatred? Maybe you ought to check yourself. This has been the simple truth. And as I always tell you, it's the simple things that are oftentimes the most profound, but yet they're the most difficult to put into practice and to actually do. I want to thank you for joining me, and I'll be sure to see you, and you again on another episode real soon.